That hurt. Motherfucker. Ow. That wasn't meant to happen. What's up everybody, welcome back to a new video. So, I recently said in my last video that I'd be making another video very soon about doing some front end modifications to my Skyline. So once again, Skyline's in my garage. Now I also got some new lights, so as you can probably tell it's very bright in here and it's really good for nighttime work. So today we had a public holiday here in Brisbane. And I got stuck into doing the front end stuff on my car. I didn't film it obviously. So I've got the upper camber arms that are adjustable from GK Tech. I've also put longer rack ends in there. I've also got lock spacers in there as well now, and I did the steering rack bushes because they were pretty flogged out. So in today's video we're going to be doing extending my lower control arms. So now these are pretty much the same I think for an S14, S13, 15 and R32. So I've got here the 25mm extension kit from RB Factory. I'll put that in the description below. We've also got the inner control arm bushes here via GK Tech. So they got like spherical bearings in them as well. So a nice bit of kit. Oh, the little bushes come out of in there. But yeah, so I'm going to get those put in tomorrow at my local fulcrum. And I've also got here the bushes for the end. So they're just a standard bush. I'll get them done. So yeah, we'll what we'll do is I'll just fast forward to tomorrow. I'm going to take the lower control arms to work. I'm going to give them a good clean up, and then I'll drop them off to fulcrum. I'll get the bushes done, and then yeah, we'll get into extending them. So without any further ado, that's where we'll stop this little intro, and yeah, I'll see you when I pick the camera up next. So anyway, I've got the LCAs back from fulcrum. So I got my new GK Tech inner bushes done, and then the outer ball joints. So what I'm thinking is I'd like to keep the lock stops. So when I go to cut these, I'm thinking I'm probably just going to cut them. You can see pretty much roughly where the caster arms are sitting. So I'm probably just going to cut somewhere in the middle here. But I think I'm going to have to cut the lock stops off and obviously refit them once I actually extend them. So I've got to pretty much go up to my workshop, which is where I work, and make up a jig. So there's a video I've found on YouTube where he pretty much has a bit of RHS with a bolt that goes through the actual bush at the end here, and then he kind of tacks it onto this jig, cuts it, and to make sure they both get cut in exactly the same spot. So what I'll do is I will pretty much take these to work. I'm not sure if I'll do it today or tomorrow or whenever, but obviously it'll be in this video obviously. So I'll take these up to work and we'll make up a jig, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Cool. Right, so I've made up my little LCA kind of holder. So I've got to put the little bushes in the end here. So 1, 2, and pick this up here, and just slide that little shumboldy in there like that. Then I've got a nut as well, which will then hold that pretty much in place like that. And then this little stopper that I've put just here happens to line up exactly where I want it to be cut off. So pretty much I've cleaned the underside of this. I'm going to cut this off. I'm actually going to remove this part of the lock stop. So wherever it gets cut off, I'm going to get rid of that. And that part of the lock stop will stay on this end, because I'd like to keep the lock stocks if I can. I've got my drop saw set up here. The welder set up there. So yeah, let's start getting these things cut. Cool. Another thing I've done is I've just put a tack here and a tack there to make sure it doesn't actually want to vibrate and carry on. So let's put this in the vise, or in the drop saw. Move that. Slide it up to your lock. Screw it up. And let's go. There you have it. First one done. So pretty much I'm just going to run the, I'll probably get a grinder and try and clear some of this stuff out of here. So when I go to actually put the new piece on, I've got something to weld into. But there you go. That's how you get one done. And as you can see, I've kind of cut through the plate, but that's okay. So now what we'll do, we'll clean this up and we'll we'll get it all together. So, but before I do that, we'll go and do this second one. Right, so I've cut them, I've cleaned them. They're all prepped up, ready to go. I'm actually just gonna leave this little, this like stiffener on here. I just can't be bothered to take it off. You can take it off if you like. It's up to you, each to their own. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna, so these are gonna go in here like that. We'll just roughly chuck them in there, she'll be right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna MIG it all together because that's obviously what I've got here. But I'm going to use, like obviously I'm gonna put all these gusset plates on, but I'm gonna TIG them on when I get home. So I would rather make these, MIG these on because it's a little bit more structurally sound. And then the gussets and shit for underneath, which you can see I've already cleaned up for, ready to go. I'll TIG all these on when I get home, but obviously I'll just tack them in place. So let's get to tacking them together. Cool. Alright, so there you go. So I've now extended these by 25mm. Luckily I've still got these little tools because these are absolutely great. So that kept it nice and smooth, so they're nice and level. Both of them nice and level. Obviously there is a recess here because of this plate, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to weld this extension to that plate as well, and vice versa on the other side for the lock stop. And then obviously I'm going to firstly flip it over, weld the inside. So weld up all in there, and then I'll just pretty much cut these off smooth, and then blend that weld there so you can't even tell. And then yeah, then I'll fix the bottom up. So putting you on a bit of a time lapse now, and we'll get these welded. Alright, there you go. So there's one. So as you can see, I've blended the lock stop in together. That is nice and hot. Probably a little bit too much wire for what I like, but that's okay. So it's a little bit proud, but that's alright. And yeah, we'll go from there. These are now done. So pretty much, I'll take these out of my ears so I can hear you. I can hear myself. So yeah, as I said, these are all pretty much done now. So 25mm extension in. I've tacked all the gussets and bracing underneath, and I've sanded them up. So what I'm going to do when I get home, I'm just going to TIG all these, make it a little bit nicer. I've done enough MIGging, as it is. So they're pretty structurally sound as it is. Obviously, you've got to leave this space here right in the middle to be able to get your caster arm bolts in there. So that's one, and that's two. So that is pretty much how you extend your LCAs. So what I'll do is I'll fast forward to being back at home, and I'll TIG these base gussets up, and then that'll be the end of the video. So hang 5 and we'll be back home shortly. Cool. Right, so back home now. I've got the TIG fired up, as you can probably hear in the background. You can hear it humming away. So I've tacked these gusset plates underneath. I just wanted to TIG them on just because I just think it a little bit nicer from underneath if the car's ever up in the air. I know you're not really going to see anything, especially you're not really going to see the welds and stuff on the top, but the welds come out nice on both sides. Fully welded on the inside as well, if you can see in there. Yep. Okay, let's get stuck into TIGging these together. Cool. Alright, that's it. We are done. All TIGged on. Beautiful. I'm not even going to bother touching that because I just burnt my fucking finger. I don't know if you're able to see that, but right there is where it's very red and sore. So anyway guys, that is how you extend your LCAs and then gusset them underneath and TIG them when they're done. So anyway, let's just wrap this video up here. I'm not going to fit them right now because I think it's like, let me see. Yeah, it's 9:30 at night, so it's 9:30 Saturday night. I'm not going to do it right now because both of my little people are in bed. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Leave this video a like if you enjoyed how I showed you how to do this. So anyway, stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you soon. Bye.